First and foremost, how many people think Howie Roseman is going to make a move? Okay, I told you I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but you guys have finally got to me here. Okay, you have finally got to me. And we're sitting here now, and I'm thinking, should I wear this? Should I wear this and piss people off? Look at this, too. Big Sills, baby. 93. How you doing? Should I wear this? And I said, not cool. Even though, get this, even though I was the pre- and post-game show, okay? The pre- and post-game show for the Padres for 3 years. Okay? Well, wait a minute. Look at this. Look at this thing here, man. Think I should put that on anyway? Padres, how you doing? Manny Machado. Bryce Harper. That's going to be a fantastic series. Philly's going to be off the chain like it was in San Diego these last 2 days. Dude, this weekend is going to be a freak show. It's totally going to be a freak show, man. I can't wait to see. Actually, it's probably the first time that I'm sitting around watching a championship series in a long time. I covered the Padres for, I want to say 6 years. And as I said, I was the pre- and post-game guy for 3 of those years. Imagine that. Big Sills, National Football Show host, was a pre- and post-game show. By the way, now that I think about it, I've been the pre- and post-game show host for 3 baseball teams: the San Francisco Giants, the San Diego Padres, and the Miami Marlins. So 3 teams I've been the pre- and post-game show host to. So, yeah, man. How you guys doing, man? Appreciate it. Ton of stuff to get to. By the way, our boy Barrett Brooks is going to join us here in a couple minutes at 3:30 Eastern time. That'll be at the bottom of the hour here. William says Hassan Reddick left town on a bus for the bye week. I don't know. You really think you're getting all your money out of that front four? You got $45 million lined up in that front four. How do you think they've performed going into the bye? A, B, C, D. Outside of the Washington game. I don't know. See? Hey, and this just in. Fletcher Cox is what I said he was. You're going to get a couple great games. Then what you're going to get from him is no shows for 3. That's who you're going to get. And that ain't $14 million, my friends. That's not $14 million. Your schedule helps you on that one because people would attack that, knowing full well that Fletcher Cox isn't the player that he was. I think Cardgrave's okay, but he's a spot guy too. You're totally not getting the value out of your front four. $45 million of your salary cap is tied into 3 guys. You think it's been productive enough? Okay. Sills is who we thought he was. A Hurts fan. Oh, I'm a Hurts fan? Yeah, I like the kid. Wouldn't want him as my starting quarterback. See, you can't compare crayfish to lobster. You can't. I mean, it's smaller. It looks kind of like a lobster, but it's not. It's got a completely different taste to it. Crayfish and lobster. Pick one. See, I'm a lobster guy. See, Jalen Hurts is a crayfish, and then there's lobster with Josh Allen. You pick the meal you want. I don't know. I mean, I know they kind of look the same. They look like the same guy. Oh, good, man. I appreciate it very much. Boy, I'll tell you what, we got a lot of areas to hit here, and I do want to start it out with Jalen Hurts. I'm going to ask you guys, honestly, a question that and I'm going to ask Barrett Brooks this question. Crawdaddies. Hurts is an elite quarterback. Watch this. Do you think truly when you see Jalen Hurts, you see a quarterback that can win a Super Bowl for you? Here's the metric that you're going to pay him on. Yesterday we were talking, what is the one thing he does exceptional? It's running. It's not throwing. What's the one thing he does today exceptional? Nobody would say, Oh, start with the passing. We got a great passing offense. Hey, hey, Sills, don't worry about the passing touchdowns. I got you, brother. It's all good. Don't worry about it, kid. I got you. Okay, it's all good, brother. I got you. Big Sills, subtle shots. It's good. It's all right. You went to pass an offense that scores points there, but that's okay. You're getting there, and it's getting better, as I've said. The one metric that you have to look at, how you're going to pay them and how you're going to move forward with them if you want to. Will you have Dak Prescott buyer remorse in 5 years or 3 years after you signed that enormous deal in Dallas? Would you say so? Yes. Do people think that Jalen Hurts will be better than Dak Prescott in 3 years? Do you? You think that you'll see a guy throw for and have the number one offense in the NFL? Last year, the Cowboys were number one. You think Jalen Hurts can lead the Eagles to the number one ranked offense in total yards? You think he can do that? Pay him for winning? Ray, they don't do that in San Francisco. And they're debating that in Baltimore. Pay him. You don't get paid for winning games today. You get paid for putting points up. You get paid for people watching your team. You get paid because owners love ratings today more than they actually do, I think, the records that their team put up every year. Jerry Jones doesn't give a shit about if he wins a Super Bowl. You know what Jerry Jones wins every year? The ratings battle. He's the most watched team. Think about this, for instance. Guys, 1 second. Let's take the wrestling angle away here. What's the one thing Jerry Jones wins every year? He's the most exposed television entity and property in sports in America. He's the number one sports watch team. Jerry Jones wins the ratings battle every year. That means the value of his team, the marketability of his team, the products that he sells with his team, the advertisers that go into an AT&T stadium to hang those banners up and to put their name on the stadium. Jerry Jones is winning every year that he's the owner of the Cowboys, and he doesn't have to win the Super Bowl anymore. All he has to do is talk a big game about it. Jerry Jones is a winner every year. He wins the most important thing, the most visibility for his sports franchise, which means the increase of the value of the team. Congratulations, Jerry. Winning's not a priority anymore. That's what the Cowboys are. Think he wins about whether or not he beats Philly, or that more people watch his team than any other team in the world. Why not, right? Did the Saints have buyer's remorse given a broken down Drew Brees in a second contract extension? Richie, they fell into him. The Saints and Mickey Loomis and Sean Payton fell into him. They wanted Dante Culpepper too, dude. Don't make it sound like, well, they got Breeze and, they have buyer's remorse. They bought him for a bag of vittles. When the Saints signed Breeze, he was still injured. Are you nuts? What are you talking about? Revising history here? Bro, he was the second or third free agent that year behind Dante Culpepper. Everybody. Hey, Dante Culpepper ended Nick Saban's run as a potential Hall of Fame NFL coach because he chose wrong. Okay? They wanted Culpepper too, man. Culpepper played at UCF. He played in the South. They thought they were going to have a matchup. Dolphins offered more money. Stayed in the state of Florida. Culpepper's from Florida. I know the guy. Dak had the number one offense, got bounced in the first round. Oh, I so know. Think Jerry cared? $42 million. I commend Sills for sticking to his off-season negativity. Why? I said you'd play the Bills in the Super Bowl. Congratulations, Steven. How come that just constantly doesn't match up when you say that? I'm the first guy that predicted that you'd go to the Super Bowl. His constant negativity. I got you in the Super Bowl losing to the Bills. And constant negativity. What a pimp. Holy cow. So funny. I love. Hey, Maniac, right? Your constant negativity and your constant always assault on the. You're going to Super Bowl and you're going to beat the Bills, or you're going to lose to the Bills in the Super Bowl. I'm missing it here. Where's the off-season negativity? Oh man, look at this one here, 85. Look, it comes prepared with stats. Since 2000, only 4 NFL quarterbacks have led their teams to 6-0 starts while totaling 12 touchdowns with 2 or fewer giveaways. Jalen Hurts, Tom Brady, Brett Favre, and Peyton Manning. There's one name that doesn't fit. Which one? Very simple. Which one of those names that 85 put up would you go, this is a trick question. It's got to be one of those names doesn't fit on who I'd want to have. Yeah. Would I take Jalen over Brady? Would I take Jalen over Brett? Would I take Jalen over Peyton Manning to beat me in a game? No. Oh, man. Way to go, 85. Holy shit, man. You got it going on. Hey, listen, I say this to you. Colin Kaepernick can get to a Super Bowl. So can Jalen. I think Colin Kaepernick and Jalen Hurts have a lot in common. They remind me of the same guy. Colin may be a little better, but, man, I love Peyton. I like Peyton Manning more now than I ever did when he played. Dan, you could be a real jerk-off, bud. You don't know greatness when you see it. That ain't greatness. You know what greatness is? That dude in Buffalo. That dude in Kansas City. Okay? That's greatness. That's greatness. Guy in Green Bay. That's greatness. Okay? That's greatness. That's spectacular. Yeah, you got a really big-time spectacular offense. How many explosive plays do you even have on that team? Do you remember anything? It's not a real high-powered offense. We're 7th in scoring. We're 14th. And what does Andrew say? He's on pace for 85 touchdowns. I was a big Peyton Manning. You know what? I've become a fan of both guys. I like the thing Eli does at Penn State. It's pretty cool. You take Hurts over Brady now? Yeah. No, I take that back. I can't now. For one game? No. To start my team? Yes. Because Brady's going to play 1 year. That's it. He's done here. But to play one game? No. Jalen Hurts is not beating Tom Brady. No. It gives me the shakes. Not Big Sills, not you. You don't get on anybody's nerves or underneath anybody's skin. You're a very likable fella. I enjoyed the show. How come, Ronald, that did not sound sincere? That dude at Buffalo has how many MVP awards? Yeah, you're right. You take Jalen, I'll take Josh Allen. Don't get butthurt over it. I'll take Josh Allen. I'll take the Olympic high hurdler and the guy who throws 75 yards in the air on a line darts. I'll take that guy. Hey, by the way, when contracts come up, do you think they're going to be waffling on a number for Josh Allen? Wait till that dude's contract comes up again. What do you think we pay him? 65? That dude's going to own a team. You're going to have to make him part owner. That guy's going to make – dude, Joe Burrow's going to get $500 million. Hurts, Peyote, Rodgers, F yes. So in one game, you take Jalen to beat Aaron Rodgers. Okay, well, that's not happening either. I am happy to have a young quarterback who seems to have his head on straight. Who cares if his head's on straight? Who just wants to get better every day. Now, I love that. I'm sure that is his attitude, and he'll get paid for it. Okay, Mitchell, look, that sounds right. Dan, we can win a ring with Jalen, says Ray. You guys think so? I do too. I think he can. I think the guy's smart. You know what's so great to say? When you watch Jalen Hurts play, and we've now grown a little bit when it comes to covering quarterbacks and all the quarterbacks, and I think some of you will understand where I'm saying and what I'm saying here. Jalen Hurts is such a smart quarterback, and he's athletic. You know how many times we used to say things about certain quarterbacks that, well, this guy's really athletic, and then you never really give him the credit for being really smart. Jalen is so smart. He is, man. This guy's got the same attributes that Tom Brady has on preparing for a game and getting himself ready to play a football season. He really does. I give him that. I totally see it. And I think he'd probably be a pleasure to be around in the locker room. By the way, I want to say something to you about Brady screaming at his O-line. Why do you think Tom Brady, besides the fact he has 7 Super Bowls, can scream at somebody like that? Can I tell you, one of the greatest lessons I ever was taught by a manager by the name of Joe Madden, who managed the Rays when I covered the Rays. Oh, I forgot. I did pre- and post-game for the Rays for a while, too. I did 4 baseball teams. Can you believe? I did more baseball pre- and post-game shows than I did NFL teams. That's nuts. Anyway, Joe Madden told me, I go, Joe, how can you connect with guys like Cliff Floyd and guys like Evan Longoria, David Price, and all these guys? You know what he said to me? He goes like this. You know, you have to have a personal relationship with each and every single guy in the building so they don't think it's destructive. When you have a personal relationship, this is why Brady wants to get to know everybody in the locker room, because when he has to be constructive, he doesn't want them to take it any other way than that. So that quarterback, something that Carson Wentz didn't understand and still doesn't understand to this day. Brady gets to know everybody because you know why? There's going to be a time during the season where he's going to have to be constructive. Again, not destructive. You can't start screaming at somebody if you don't have a personal relationship, because all you know, it comes from a place of hate. Somebody screams at me, I don't know you, you're going to have a problem. I know you, and I know what you're thinking, and I know what you're trying to do. It makes it better to hear. Jalen has that too. I believe that. That's why when Sirianni comes over to him, I think Sirianni is actually more emotional than Jalen is. Jalen keeps his poise more than Sirianni on the sidelines, especially when Sirianni's saying some stuff to him. Okay? Xander's like, want a Philly show? Nah, that's all right, man. I'll hang with football. I'm good. I don't want to talk to 5 people. Nah, it's all right, man. I'll hang with football, baby. Devin says he's good. Dude, I love Cliff Floyd. He was really a good dude, man. Hey, man, Joe Madden wasn't all that with the Angels. He wasn't. He surely was with the Cubs, though, when he won that World Series, and he was with the Rays. So I think Jalen has that same innate ability to talk to his teammates like that. By the way, don't forget Barrett Brooks, bottom of the hour. But I heard Barrett say that. I'm going to ask Barrett what the metric is and how they're going to start talking to him money-wise at the end of the season. Got to give it to him, man. He's really growing into the position. He's pretty close to nailing it down. I don't think he has. Okay? Because they really haven't won anything yet. They won admiration. I don't know what that means. You don't get a medal for that either, admiration. You won an opportunity to have a really nice start on your team. Okay? Jalen is a mature young man. I do think that. I think it's the way he's been coached by his dad from the beginning. Hey, Big Sills, what's more frustrating? Our soft second half defense or lack of second half scoring? That defense. Dude, put teams away. We said it yesterday. Put teams away. Okay. I have a question that I'm going to ask you here. November 1's coming around the corner. First and foremost, how many people think Howie Roseman is going to make a move? Do people think Howie's got one move where he goes after a player? I got a player circled, and I talked to somebody. I'm going to get your thoughts on him. You think Howie makes a move? 100% Philly D. I do, but not a splash move. I think he will get a DE. Steve, great minds think alike, my friend. Great minds think alike. I do too. Because he knows he's not getting enough pass rush. Hey, quite frankly, watch this. Your boy Hassan Reddick, he's there, then you don't see him. He's there, then you don't see him. I don't know. That's not exactly a game wrecker. It's not exact. Robert Quinn, no. 2 Carolina DEs, not sure if Burns is the answer. How about this guy? D Ford, 49ers. There's word that the 49ers would shop the kid. I like him. And I think he's a playmaker, and I like his engine. D Ford, defensive edge rusher for the 49ers. Now, I don't know if the Niners would make that move, but I have a plan here. And you tell me, by the way, okay, it's kind of a gamble, okay? Ray says Reddick and Sweat get the most snaps. Need to step it up. They do. This is what isn't he a free agent? Ronald nailed it. O-line depth is essential. I think you have it. Jeremiah, I love Ford, but he better be cheap. Okay, I've got a plan here. What do you think, guys? Trey Lance is out. Jimmy Garoppolo is a walking mass unit. We know this. The only reason that Jimmy Garoppolo is losing his job, it's not because of production or winning. It's because he can't stay healthy. He's already started the season injured. Would you deal Gardner Minshew to the 49ers, who need a backup quarterback to protect that team? Because if Garoppolo goes down, the Niners season's over. They're in the mix now for the NFC West. They're tied with everybody. I think everybody's 3-3 outside of tonight's Arizona team, who's 2-4. Okay? Would you? Yeah, I know. Ford's a free agent. I thought he was out. I thought he was still under contract with them, and they still had him. I thought they still had his rights. That's what I heard today, that they still had his rights. So is he a restricted free agent or is he unrestricted? Boy, I'll tell you what, if he's an unrestricted free agent, screw the whole Minshew deal. I would send maybe Gardner Minshew down to Carolina for one of those defensive ends, and I'd see if D Ford wanted to come and play with me right now and add him to the pile. Okay? I thought the Niners still had dibs on him. I didn't know the exact. You guys are telling me he's unrestricted? Shit, man. Wow. Andy Reid released because he mucked the AFC Championship because of critical mistakes on offsides versus the New England Patriots. He was the offsides guy. Ford lined up offsides. Dude, so what? So wait a minute. You don't want Leon Lett on your team because he let a fumble go in the end zone? That's an asinine reason to give up on somebody. Okay, he made a mistake. Okay, it happens. I'm not going to castrate the kid's career because he jumped off sides twice. To me, those are aggressive mistakes. It's one thing if you're not doing anything. It's another thing, okay, he made mistakes. I just think, personally, you're not getting enough in your pass rush. Someone check that and make sure that he is an unrestricted. D Ford, Luscious, thank you very much. Okay, that means he's unrestricted. Boy, I'll tell you what, man. If I'm Howie, I got Gardner Minshew. And I look at this. Don't the Carolina Panthers, don't they need a quarterback? I heard Barrett Brooks do this and say this earlier. And those guys were talking about it. What about Minshew, man? Tell you this, that front needs to pick it up a bit. D Ford's on the street. I'd like to bring that kid in and see if that kid could play some ball still. I'd liked him. He jumped offside, so, dude, we're not talking about a kid who can't play. We're talking about a kid who made 2 dumb mistakes. I get it. Leon Lett made dumb mistakes.